In this week's video, I'm walking you through the first wedding I've ever shot. This is Kory and Chrissy's wedding in Squamish 2021. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is our first time meeting, my name is Ezra. I'm a couples and portrait photographer currently based in Vancouver, British Columbia. Now in today's video, I'm so excited to share with you the special day I was able to capture for Kory and Chrissy. Now, Kory, Chrissy, and I met over Instagram. Kory and Chrissy messaged me saying that they liked my content and the style of my shooting, along with the editing as well. And so we actually arranged a Zoom call in which I was able to meet them for the first time. They discussed with me that their wedding was in a couple weeks and they were looking to do a certain type of wedding that was a little bit less than traditional. They wanted some traditional photos for sure, but it was going to be like a mini wedding or an elopement where they had two of their couple friends with them as well. And they were going to shoot out in Squamish River Valley Road on Crown Land by the water there. So I was very excited to take on the opportunity to shoot this, and unfortunately, due to a lot of weddings being canceled in COVID, this was actually my first wedding that I was able to capture for 2021. Now I just want to walk you through the day so you can almost try to experience it through my experience of the day, because it's something that is very memorable to me, and I'm looking forward to watching this video in particular in years to come to really relive the whole experience of shooting my first wedding. And I think for me it's going to always be stuck in my brain as something special because it was the first wedding that I did shoot. Alright, so the setting and the scene of their wedding is absolutely incredible. We had to actually go on Squamish River Valley Road, out on the logging road, for about 30 minutes to this location where they had pre-arranged to build an altar there, and it was going to be super beautiful by the river. Unfortunately, when they went a week before, everything was great, but now when we came back there, it was a bit washed out, so we couldn't use the location we wanted to. So we ended up going about 11 kilometers further up the road, Squamish River Valley Road, and we're able to find a secondary location that would work for the shoot. So I want to show you the first photo here. I'm just going to walk you through the day by using these photos here, and I think that it'll give you a really good representation of what happened, and I'll just walk you through and talk about it as well. Alright, so now that everything is set and we're ready to go, I went back to the river because I wanted to capture some of the experience that they were going to go through during this day. So you can see Chrissy here, and this is one of her best friends here, walking her from basically the road. We came down this trail here, and then you're gonna see that this is the river that she had to cross, and so she had different shoes. She was wearing these sandals, which are okay to getting a little bit wet, and later on you're going to see in the photos she actually changed to her boots, which are white boots, and they're absolutely gorgeous as well. Okay, so we're walking across the river here. This is another photo as well, and so at this point everyone's set to go, and this is sort of her approach. Some last minute touch-ups here, just in the bush. I'm a huge fan of veils as well. I don't know if you are, but I love veils, and this is a really beautiful photo as well. Here's another quick photo that I was able to capture as well. She's coming down through the bushes here and the rocks. A little bit hazardous, but she definitely made it. Here we go. Light-wise, a little bit harsh. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so the light was pretty harsh, but we were able to, in the editing, was able to sort of soften that out a little bit. Thanks to an ND filter, able to keep some of the sky here. In the editing process of this, I sent Kory and Chrissy 3 different options and different looks for what the mood and the coloring for the photos in the collection could be, and they decided to go with this one here. It's a bit of like a more vintage, warm look, and I really like that they chose this one as well, as it's one of my favorites. So just walking you through this here. An absolutely incredible location as well. I don't know if I could find this location again if I wasn't following them, but this is so pretty, just on the riverbed here, and you have the mountains on either side. It's a little bit of a valley in between here, and it's absolutely incredible. I really like elopements and intimate weddings, and I think that's something that I'm going to continue to really specialize in. I love the opportunity to be able to mold and be able to capture a small intimate group. For me, it's something that's closer to the couple settings that I'm used to, and something that I've been working on to make sure that I'm really comfortable in directing and posing and guiding. And so this was something that was definitely up my alley and something I really enjoyed. So during the ceremony, it's a bit of a live environment in this case, and so usually I shoot in prime lenses, but I actually rented a zoom lens so I could get up close and get some far shots as well without really interrupting the wedding. And then also I'm shooting with a Sony a7 III, so I have the silent mode as well, so there's no shutter at all, and all you can really hear is me like trying to walk carefully on these rocks without tripping. I like to add some black and white photos as well. Obviously I'll send the same copy with color, but I find that black and white is very timeless and is something that I would appreciate to have a variation to some of the photos as well. And the sun just coming over the mountain is absolutely incredible. We're able to get some light flare here as well. Them exchanging vows is so beautiful. They both wrote really intentional vows and very personal vows, and that's something that I find is extra special and something that I definitely want to do when I get married. It's a little bit hard to tell just because of the editing and the color grading that they chose, but Kory's suit was a green suit and like a nice rich earthy green suit, and it was so cool. You're gonna see a hat later on as well. I really like his style. Just gonna move quickly through the last portion of the ceremony here. So after the ceremony itself, there was champagne, which is some of the photos you're going to see next. I really like capturing the in-between moments as well. So this is just right after everything is said and done, and this is like a very genuine, authentic moment where Chrissy and her girlfriend are just hugging each other, and it's absolutely incredible here. So one of the things that I haven't been as versed in, something that I don't usually do, I don't typically shoot family portraits or large group events where I have to pose everyone, because it's not something that is really something I enjoy doing per se, or something that I have a lot of practice with. And so leading up to this, I knew that we were going to want to get a lot of photos with Chrissy and Kory and their two couple friends with them in a lot of photos. And so I made sure that I had got a bunch of inspo photos and did some research into that as well. And one of the things that kept popping out that I liked when I saw group photos was I liked really authentic and candid movement photos, and that's something that they also said they enjoyed as well. So you're going to see, even though we did take some more standard traditional photos where everyone's in a group, like this one here, along with this one as well, I did get some group photos that were also not as standing and as traditional. So you're going to see after here, I kind of describe it as like a band photo, or imagine you guys are like walking on this band cover or a slow-mo for like a music video. And they're pretty much all in the music industry, or sorry, the video industry as well. And so that's something that I thought was really cool to add. And so you're gonna see them walking here. And I love that they're holding hands too. It really shows that connection, that they're all one, they're all in this together. It's got some really fun, genuine movements and expressions here. And we really just had fun with it, and it was so incredible. So after taking some of the photos with the guys, took some of the photos with the girls as well, as you're going to see here. These are some of my favorite photos here of the ladies. I really like this formation, especially because there's 3 people and it's very easy to see who the center of attention is, and to have the viewer's eyes drawn to the center person right here, just Chrissy obviously. I also learned from other wedding photographers as well. It's great to have an opportunity to take a photo with like the bride and her bridesmaids individually, or the bride and their best friends individually, just because it gives them the opportunity as well to have that photo. That's something they're probably going to keep as well to remember that day. And it's a good way to promote your work as well, because it's a good chance they're going to put that on their social media. After that, before we had to go, unfortunately we were a little bit short on time just due to having to find the second location, and then hair and makeup going a little bit longer than expected, which is pretty normal. So we got some couple photos of Kory and Chrissy before they left. some candid like walking ones here, which I really like. And again, they didn't want too many traditional photos. They wanted to go to a different location and take some more like street style photos, which is what you're going to see coming up. But I did want to make an effort to make sure I got some beautiful photos of them together, especially in this location. Again, here's a black and white variation to one of the colored photos as well. They're both absolutely stunning. It was such a beautiful aesthetic as well. Okay, so the second location we're going to is Sunny Shiba's in Squamish. If you've been to Squamish, you've probably passed it going into Squamish. And there is this mural on the wall, which is this one right here. And they had mentioned to me a little bit before the wedding, they're like, hey, we would really like to come to this location, take some photos if you think we'll be able to. And I said, yeah, let's definitely do it. It was a weekend and pretty busy by the time we got there, which is probably about 5 or 6-ish, and all the parking spots were full. But as soon as we rolled up, we noticed that the 2 parking spots right in front of the mural were empty. So I quickly jumped out of the car, grabbed 2 of the chairs in the back of my car, and threw them on the parking spots so no one would take the spots. And we were able to capture a couple photos. We had about 15 minutes there before we had to rush off back to the hotel. But I was so ecstatic we were able to get these photos, and the chances of these 2 spots being open too were unreal. So it was so cool. So you're gonna see some of these photos, and these are sort of the style they were looking for. They wanted more of like a street style after the wedding, after the traditional photos. And I had an idea. I'd seen a photo a while back where there was a couple and they were just after their wedding, it looked like this well, and they had a cardboard sign. And so I brought a piece of cardboard and some markers and let them write their own sign, which you're gonna see coming up soon, I think. Oh, this is also a prop that I brought. It's a suitcase that I have in my client's closet, and I thought it went well with the kind of aesthetic we were going for with the street style. And then you can't really see it here, but I actually have one of Chrissy's friends in the back here, and she would drop the veil so we could get like a beautiful sort of train look, and imagining like wind was blowing, even though there wasn't any wind. Here we go. This is the sign here that you see Chrissy holding, and it says "Anywhere We Want," as in their destination. So we quickly grabbed some photos of them. I really liked how they turned out. Took a couple more individual portraits of them by themselves as well. Had some sitting down photos and just some in-between moments again. Close-up of the beautiful ring. And then we were able to get some of their whole groups in the photos as well. So this is them with their 2 couples friends that were with them. So we got some standing ones, and then we were able to get some candid ones as well, which are these ones, and these are my favorite for sure. After that, we rushed back to the hotel because they had a catered meal prepared, and they didn't want to miss that obviously, and it'd be a long day for everyone involved. So we got a couple photos of them just lounging in their loungewear before the food arrived. And this is a beautiful penthouse that they had as well. And then I love these moments as well, just the in-between sort of like journalistic style or street style. This is everything coming together as the food is arriving. Here's one of the final photos before I excuse myself and allow them to enjoy their food and everything. And then a couple final photos of Chrissy. This is her appetizer. It was like a beautiful looking kale salad. But that's it, guys. That is the wedding I shot for Kory and Chrissy. Kory and Chrissy, if you're watching this, a big shout out to you guys. Thanks for trusting me to take your photos. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. in practicing and doing a lot of couple shoots and getting ready for this. And unfortunately, COVID has canceled a number of the weddings that I had booked last year, but you guys are the first wedding I've ever done, and will always be my memory for that. You guys gave me a lot of freedom to shoot the type of style I did, and you trusted me, and so I really do appreciate that, and I love you guys. I'm so excited to be able to have captured this day for you. And this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everyone that's watching, thank you so much for sticking through the video. If you haven't already, you can follow me on Instagram at Ezra Thai Photography and keep up to me on a daily basis. Like and subscribe if you can on YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything. Definitely helps me out and gets more exposure, so I appreciate that. If there's something you'd like to see in the future, you can leave it in the comments below or send me a message on Instagram, and I'll try and include that. In the meantime, guys, hope you're doing well, make new friends, and shoot them. Bye-bye.